Okay, so in this session, I would like to brief you about our AWS Solution Architect Associate level uh, training course and what all topics we are going to cover in our training program and how we are going to cover this training or conduct this training program. So I would like to share those details with you in this demo session. First of all, as you could see, the duration of the entire training course, we put it approximately 30 hours. But when we mention 30 hours as the duration of course, that doesn't mean that we are going to finish the entire course within 30 hours. It might take 35 hours as well. It might take 40 hours as well. As a trainer, I truly believe the duration of the course depends how the students are going to interact with the trainer as well. Now, as we put minimum number of students in one training batch, yes, we are expecting a healthy interaction between the students and the trainer, and most of the time the duration of the course goes up to 30 hours as well, or more than 30 hours as well. Practicals, yes, it is a practical based training. It includes one live project as well, 1 month internship program. As I explained you earlier, you're also going to receive the training certificate from our side, from Solvexis side, and the job assistance. Yes, we do have tie-ups with a couple of consultancies based down in US and UK and India as well, and we do have our network and our seniors and professionals working within the organization. So from our side as well, we also look for a job for our students, and at the same time, as I explained earlier regarding the crowdsourcing part, so that also will take care. Now, if I talk about the topics and the modules which we are going to cover in AWS Solution Architect exam, the first module is getting started with AWS. I truly believe whenever we start, learning any technology, it is very important to understand the basics of that technology, why we want to learn this technology, what are the different forms of that technology available. If I specifically talk about the cloud, then what are the what is cloud? What are different types of clouds available? What are the different services AWS offer to you? Why to choose AWS and all different vendors of cloud implementation, like Amazon is one vendor, Microsoft, Google, and what is the competition between these vendors and all. So all those things you are going to learn from module 1, and it is very important to understand these concepts before proceeding to other topics and all. In module 2, we are going to cover the fundamentals of AWS, which involves the AWS console, where we are going to perform all the activities. We are going to enable and make use of all AWS related services. So that is the AWS console, various services, storage service, compute service, and other type of services which is available on AWS console. Those are the things which we are going to cover in AWS fundamentals, which is module 2. Now, when we talk about module 3, which is storage services and all, cloud storage is a critical component of cloud computing. Now, holding the information used by applications, cloud storage is typically more reliable, scalable, and secure than traditional on-premise storage systems. AWS offers a complete range of cloud storage services to support both application and archival compliance requirements as well. So in this third module, you are actually going to learn about the compute services, storage services, database services, and all. Now, at the same time, if I talk about let's say the Amazon EC2, which is a web service that provides secure, resizable compute capacity in the cloud. Now, it is designed to make web scale computing easier for developer. Similarly, the database related services like Amazon RDS is managed SQL database service, which is provided by AWS. So like this, one by one, these services we are going to discuss on those services. We are going to give you a couple of assignments based on these services so that you can perform, you can see how to enable these services, how to make use of these services as per the requirements, and also you are going to learn all those things under module 3. When it comes to module 4, S3 simple storage service. Amazon S3 is like a is a scalable, high speed, low cost, web based cloud storage service which is designed for online backup and archiving of data and application programs. So how to make use of that, if there is any requirement to store the data, how you are going to create S3 buckets and other activities which we can make use of using storage services, AWS storage services. Those are the things which we are going to discuss under module 4, which also comes with the assignments. Okay. So just want to add one thing, each and every modules come with its own specific assignments and hands-on exercises. So each and every topic, it is not like we are going to cover through PowerPoint presentations or a theoretical session. These are the practical trainings, and over the console itself, we are going to show you how to make use of these services and how to work with these services. Okay. Module 5. We talk about AWS command line interface, which is like a unified tool to manage your AWS services. With just one tool to download and configure, you can control multiple AWS services from the command line and automate them through scripts. Okay. So yes, in this particular section, you are going to learn about how you are going to make use of software development kit, how you are going to make use of AWS command line toolkit, how you are going to installation on Windows and Linux. You are going to install the CLI toolkit, how to use PuTTY. You can download it and connect the servers through that. EC2 instance types and other related things you are going to learn under module 5. When it comes to module 6, which is like virtual private cloud and direct connect, as you get started with Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, which commonly known as VPC, you should understand the key concept of this virtual network and how it is similar to or different from your own network. This section provides a brief description of the key concept of Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. Okay, so at the same time, you could see each and every module is further breaks under sub activities or sub modules. So one by one, we are going to cover all these modules with the practical assignments and hands-on assignments and case studies wherever it is required, and that's how we are going to cover it. Same in module 6 as well. You are going to learn how you are going to create a virtual private cloud. What is private cloud? What are the prerequisites? And what are the activities we need to perform to set up the virtual private cloud? As a solution architect, as a AWS professional, how you are going to decide when and how to set up the virtual private cloud. So all those things we are going to discuss under module 6. Module 7, which is Route 53. Okay, so I just want to share a couple of things related to Route 53 here. Now, Amazon Route 53 is a scalable domain name system, which we call it as a DNS, commonly known as service, intended to give business and developers a reliable way to direct end users to application. Now, this is accomplished by translating domain names. For example, domain name is like, you can consider any website name, solvexis.co.in, for example, into a numeric IP address. So, Route 53, what it will do, it will redirect the website name or the domain name and convert them into the IP addresses, which is how the computers connect to each other. So this mechanism, all those things you are going to learn under module 7, which includes your CloudTrail, CloudWatch concepts as well, which includes your how you are going to enable the CloudTrail concepts, how you are going to set up a billing alert as well, because the Amazon is also going to charge you for for the space or for the activities, not for the activities, but for these spaces and other servers which we are going to use. So the setting up a billing alert and all you are going to learn under module 7. Module 8. Now you can use EBS volumes as primary storage for data that requires frequent updates, such as the system drive for an instant or storage for a database application and all. So those type of analysis and data management services and how AWS will help you to understand and to implement these type of stuff, you are going to learn under module 8. Module 9, which is high availability. Now, you can, let's try to understand in this way. You can use Amazon EC2 auto scaling to maintain a minimum number of running instances for your application at all times. Now, Amazon EC2 auto scaling can detect when your instance or let's say when your application is unhealthy or performance is not at all good, and replace it automatically to maintain the availability of your application. So this is the concept which obviously is very important from the performance side, is also very important related to the continuity of the applications or the websites, and how Amazon services and which services are going to provide you these facilities, how they are going to balance the load, how they are going to do the auto scaling or the high availability concepts. All those things we are going to cover under module 9. Module 10, which comes with the deployments and provisioning services. AWS offers multiple strategies for provisioning infrastructures. Now, you could use the building blocks, for example, like the Amazon EC2, EBS, Amazon S3, RDS, and leverage the integration provided by a third-party tool to deploy your application. But for even greater flexibility, you can consider the automation provided by the AWS deployment services. So in this particular topic, basically you are going to make use of elastic benchmark. You are going to learn about the different resource groups tagging. You are going to create the Amazon virtual private cloud with cloud formation and launching an EC2 instance, creating first stack and all, and how you are going to practically implement these topics and how you're going to decide when to use these topics and all. So those type of stuff you are going to learn under module 10. Module 11 is the cloud best practices and cost optimization. As a professional, it is very important for me to understand what are the best practices and how I'm going to provide the cost effective solutions to my client. Those are the things which we are going to cover under module 11, and how Amazon is going to support us into this. If we let's say talk about the various services, storage services, compute services, database service best practices, we are going to discuss in that. Content delivery, network services, cost optimization at each layer, storage devices, deployment management services and all, and how you can get the consolidated billing, which is very important as a AWS professional to understand the billing cycle of AWS. So those are the things which we are going to cover under module 11. Module 10, module 12,